Good morning. How was your Monday? Today's Tuesday. Just so you know, April 6th. See, one day I'm going to say the day wrong. Actually, I've said that before already. I've already done that. Anyway. Okay. So, good morning. If you are watching this, if you're watching the replay, I'm grateful for you. If you would like to see the other Jesus Time videos, they are on my YouTube link, at my YouTube link, whatever, the link in the bio. It's up under my profile picture, up there. It's called Solo, that link in the bio. I do have a podcast. It's up there too, and the link in the bio. If you find value in somebody's content, make sure to like, comment, heart, subscribe, rate, whatever that thing is on the thing. Hey, Heather, whatever way that you are watching this, do the thing that makes it important. Okay. For any person who does who does any content for you that you find valuable, that helps your heart, share it with your friends. The reason that I say these things is because if you want content from your favorite creator, from somebody who uplifts you, from somebody who teaches you to actually continue to be in your feed, these are the things that help that, okay? And it's good for them to know that it's valuable to you because they are still human, right? And so I'll tell you a little story here. When I first started doing these Jesus Time videos, and I don't know if April will come on today, but when I first started doing them, it was about around February 11th that I started doing them, around that day. I don't know if it was that day, but when I started doing them, it was probably 2 or 3 days in, and I messaged this person, April, and, I was just chatting with her, and I had to go do school with the kids. And so I said, have a great day. I'm going to go do school with the kids. And the next thing I know, she came back and she was like, you're the person that does the Jesus Time videos. I love them. And I hadn't even been doing them probably more than 2 or 3 days. And that really helped to kind of motivate me because I didn't know if I was doing the right thing. I didn't know if I really should be sharing what I feel or what I see in these, or what anyways, it boils down to, I didn't really know if I should be doing these Jesus Time videos. Good morning, Diane. And so that gave me the bump that I needed to keep doing it. Like, just keep doing it. Don't even worry about whether or not you should be, God will show you whether or not you should be. And in this moment, he showed me that this was the right way. So, I say that to say, if you have somebody who does a lot of good content for you, who you find valuable, who helps your heart, be sure to let them know. Okay? Be sure to let them know because they're still human. And sometimes even though they are really uplifting to everybody else, they can beat themselves down just as much as anybody, Okay, so today, something popped into my head as soon as I started reading the part for Psalm 27. And it was like, because I see this a lot. And I understand I feel this too sometimes, or I have felt this in the past. And so, something that I have learned, I'm gonna tell you guys in just a second. Okay, so here's the part. I'm gonna read the whole part. It's about 4 verses. Hear my voice, Lord, when I call. Have mercy on me and answer me. Come, says my heart. Seek his face. Your face, Lord, do I seek. Do not hide your face from me. Do not repel your servant in anger. The part that stands out to me is do not hide your face from me. So hold on just a second. You are my salvation. Do not cast me off. Do not forsake me, God, my Savior. Even if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me in. So, even if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me in. I'm going to back up to the other part in just a minute. Do you hear those words in that verse? Even if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me in. When we are put here as children, on this earth. You know, my kid actually asked me yesterday, we were driving down the road, and he said, you know, why are they homeless? If they have a mom and a dad, or they had a mom and a dad, why are they homeless? And, you know, I had to explain to them that sometimes life happens. Maybe they don't have a mom and a dad. Maybe their mom or dad or both passed away. Maybe their mom and dad cannot physically care for them. And maybe they've made their own decisions, whatever they are, and that has put a wall between their mom and dad. I mean, there's so many possibilities, and it's so hard to explain to a 10-year-old. You know, you have to kind of put it on their level. You can't expect them to understand the ways of the world, the ways of people's brains, because they don't understand that yet. But right here in this verse, right here it says, even if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me in. You see, our fathers, our mothers, our biological parents, they mean a lot to us because they raise us, right? I know there are a lot of different circumstances, and sometimes that doesn't happen. I understand that. So if you're watching this, just understand that if you have a different situation, okay, I can only cover one at a time. So they raise us, and we get attached in that moment, in those moments over life, right? In the moments where they've raised us, the things that they've done for us, even when they do things that were maybe not the best decision, maybe they made the wrong decision, maybe whatever, we're very attached to them, right? We still wanted to be around them. We still love them with all of our heart. And we had that attachment. Anybody, anywhere has that attachment with their parents. But right here, it says even if they leave. We know that parents leave. We know that things happen sometimes. Maybe people don't see eye to eye. Even if they leave, the people who are the most important to us on the earth, because they raised us, even if they are no longer with us, even if they say, I don't want to be around you anymore, or they make a decision and you have to say, we can't be around you anymore, like in my life. The Lord never leaves you. See, God doesn't make those decisions. He doesn't make the decision to leave you. He doesn't make the decision to do something where you have to say, okay, God, I'm leaving you. He doesn't put you in that position. He loves you unconditionally for who you are. He wants to grow you into the person that He has made you to be. But even if the people that are supposed to be the most important to you in life, and that can go for anything, that can go for your children, that can go for your best friends, that can go for anybody. Even if they leave you, God never does. That's what I think is really sad for people who do not know Him or refuse to know Him because of people. Because somebody sets a bad example. No, I'm not excusing the bad example. However, stop focusing on the people. People mess up. What do you want? They make bad decisions. Sometimes they're prideful. Sometimes they're arrogant about it. Sometimes they don't want to see it. Sometimes they don't want to be told that they made a bad decision. Sometimes they think they're doing the right thing when they're doing the wrong thing. Sometimes all these things happen. And then people will judge God for the bad example of the person. But it's not His fault. And if you are watching me and you're saying, I don't believe in God because I don't like the way the church acts, then you're not getting the point. The church or person that you may have encountered that might have said something hateful or mean, or that might have done something to you that was hateful or mean, or might have caused some kind of issue, emotional trauma in your life, that is a person, that is a human, and they make mistakes. And they are on their own path. And they sometimes can't see the trees for the forest, or the forest for the trees, whichever way that goes. But God never, literally never leaves you. Never. Do you understand that? Here's what I mean by that too. Okay. So He doesn't forsake you when the people in your life leave you, the people who might be the most important, your family, friends, spouse, whatever. Okay. When those people forsake you, or you happen to have to say to them, you can't be in our lives, He does not go anywhere. He stays consistent. And so there are times in our lives where you can feel God's presence, right? Like, it's like, oh my gosh, I know He's here. Oh my gosh, I know He is doing this thing. I know He is. And then there are times in our lives where we cannot feel God's presence in that same way. And in those times where we say, I can't feel this. I cannot, I don't feel God. He has turned away from me. He does not, I don't understand. I don't know why He has turned away from me. In those moments when we can't feel Him, that's when our faith, even as small as a mustard seed, has to step in to know that He will not forsake you. And it says it right here. Even if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me in. He will not leave you. So when something is going on in your life and you say, I can't feel God anymore, maybe that means I'm doing something wrong. Maybe that means something this. Maybe that means that. Stop it. That is like the simplest way that I can put this. Stop it. Look, Mother Teresa, she went through what's called, oh darn, I'm not even going to remember the name, a dark something. Anyways, a time where she did not feel God. Mother Teresa was very close to God, very close to Him. And she still had the same, a darkness of the soul, no, I can't remember. Anyways, she had the same, if anybody is watching this and knows what that is called, I would love if you would tell me. But anyways, she did not feel God, but she continued in her work. She continued in her love. She continued to walk on, to encourage, to help people, to spread God's love, because she knew that even if she did not feel Him, He was still there. See, oh my gosh. Okay, so I've talked about this a few times, but the world has made it so that we need to follow our feelings. If we don't feel something, that means it's not right. Like now, if you don't feel love, divorce rates are through the roof because I don't feel like I love them anymore. Love is not just some whimsy feeling. It is a feeling that you have to work on. It is not a feeling that you just keep your whole life. Look, people are people, right? You marry one, you have to work on loving them. You have to work on looking past their faults. Work on looking past the things that they do that might drive you insane. And you have to work on that relationship. And that is love. Love is never giving up. Even when you want to, even when you don't feel the love. God's love does not leave us. Even if we don't feel it. Our feelings are only meant to process our emotions. Our feelings are not meant to tell us when God is here and when God is not here. Because God never leaves. He is always here. If you don't feel Him or you don't see Him, you have turned away from Him. Because God does not turn away from you. So turn around. It's not hard. Your brain might make it hard. Oh, well, what have I done? Oh, this, oh, that. It's not hard. Turn around. Because God gives grace and mercy to us. God forgives us. God gives us chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. even when humans will not. God is infinite in his love. His love is vast. But the thing about it is, we can't depend on whether or not our feelings tell us whether or not he is here, because they don't know. Our feelings are inside of us, trained to help us process our life and the things that we go through. Our feelings are not meant to tell us. They're not a God detector. God is always here. God is always with you, even if you don't feel it. If you feel like there is some turning away, that is never of him. Turn back around. God's love is so vast that he says, "For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his love for those who fear him." Psalm 103:11. As high as the heavens. Now, as humans, we go into space. We are looking around space. We see a vastness that we can never even comprehend. And that's how vast God's love is for us. Paul says, "I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know his love that surpasses knowledge." Know means intimately. That you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. Ephesians 3:17-9. God's love is so vast that we can never know it. We can never know how vast his love is for us. Never. And when we think that it is not there anymore, that is literally Satan telling you a lie. Talk to God. Talk to God like he's your best friend, because that's what he wants to be. He wants to be your father. He wants to be your best friend. He wants to know everything about you. He wants to know what you want. He knows these things, but he wants you to tell him. Talk to him like that. Tell him the things you need, the things you want. He's there. He is listening. He does not leave you. He does not forsake you. His love for you is so vast that we can't even know it in the sky, because the sky is so vast and never ending. So, God will never let you go. You're loved more than you know, more than you see, deeper than you've ever dared to dream. All that you fear holds you back has been wiped away, forgiven, covered by grace, and the one who created you knows you, calls you his own, looks at you with love and says, "You are mine forever. You are mine forever." Your heart has a home, and it's not a place, but a person who will never let you go. Everybody is looking for love. I do not care what you say about, I don't want love, I don't care about love, I don't like love, I don't this love, I can't do love, love is so hard for me, it never happens for me, I don't find the right love, I find the wrong love. If any of these things are happening to you and you are running around looking for love and you are putting your heart in all the wrong places, it is because God wants you to bring your heart to him right now and say, here it is. If you don't believe in God, if you refuse to believe in God because of something that somebody else said or did or whatever that is, but yet you yearn for love, it is innate in all of us. It is a human being trait that we have. We all yearn for love. Love from Christ will never forsake you. It is never the wrong place to put your heart when you walk up and you put it in his hands and you say, love me. I have sinned. I am a sinner. I am sorry. Please still love me. He will never, ever say no, ever to you. He will always love you. He will always give you grace and mercy and forgiveness. Humans err. Humans make mistakes. Humans say the wrong things. Humans make you feel judged. They make you feel unloved. They make you feel ridiculous. They make you feel sad. They make you feel depressed. They make you feel angry. They make you feel bitter. God never does that. So if you are running around looking for love, looking for somebody to love you, looking for that perfect relationship, looking for that perfect friendship, looking for that person who will not judge you for who you are because he made you that way, looking for that person who will accept you for all of your faults, if you were looking at the human population, you're looking in the wrong place. Because everything that I just described to you that humans do not do, God does. That is what this boils down to. That is what this world, this earth, this life boils down to. We are all looking for love. And God gives you that love. And he is the only one that will give you the love that you seek. And you might say, well, he'll never accept me because of who I am or what I've done. But what you don't understand is everything I just said is true. He will accept you for everything. He will use everything in your life to his good. Everything in your life to his good, even the things that you think are bad, he will use them to his good. Do you understand? If you don't understand, I want you to go back and listen to that part again. Because it's the truth. God loves you. People make mistakes. People say the wrong thing. Humans, we're a breed. We're not perfect. We're not complete. And we never will be until we get to heaven with our God. And we want you to come too. We want you to come too. We want you to spend your eternity being loved, living with Jesus, loving others. So, I hope you have a great Tuesday. Thanks for being here. I'm proud of you.